Welcome to the second week of the theme Atma Samyama. Let's practice with 3 rounds of the mantra Om, creating our intention for that which we wish to create, that which we wish to sustain, and all that we wish to let go of throughout our practice. So find a tall seat, take left hand to the heart, right hand to the belly. And exhale the awareness all the way down to your seat. Inhale together. And so last week we spoke briefly about Sankalp and Vaikalp. And we remember that Sankalp is related to that which we wish to create, or meaning to decide to do something. And so therefore Vaikalp means to reject it. Acknowledging that this is the business of the mind is part of the journey towards Atma Samyama. So everyone desires the peacefulness of mind, but the material mind in its nature is Sankalp or Vaikalp, restlessness. And Atma Samyama is this training of the buddhi, of the intellect, so that one is able to move towards that peacefulness that we all desire. And so again, God or universal energy or divine or whatever you want to call it is consciousness. And this consciousness is so intelligent that it found its way to greatly fracture itself and find ways to express itself in many other manifest forms, such as animals, Mother Nature, and humanity. And through our life's conditionings, consciousness becomes invisible to us. So therefore, my practice of Atma Samyama is to dust away the impurities or pull away the veil between us and our true nature, our home. So there's this beautiful, it's actually my favorite shloka of the Bhagavad Gita. One translation is, for those who see me, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, verse 30. For those who see me everywhere and see all things in me, I am never lost, nor are they ever lost to me. So, meaning that to lose peace means to let the mind wander away from our divine union with everything. So the easy way to unite the mind with that highest consciousness is to learn to see Everything is its consciousness, in its connection with him or it. So we can start to look at it like this. The one who broke your heart becomes the consciousness who turned you to the great consciousness of loving yourself more. The one who betrayed you becomes the grace who is able to point you towards the great consciousness of forgiveness. The aspect of consciousness showing up for you in the form of adversity and pain, can we recognize it as the grace that drives us toward the great consciousness of courage and tolerance and strength? And even those we fall in love with or have an overwhelming respect for, can we forget to see them as, for example, great respected Nelson Mandela, Maya Angelou, Ludovico Einaudi, John Lennon, but to recognize them as God or aspects of consciousness, so that we never lose sight of him, it. And instead we become witness to the great consciousness of love and adoration and devotion that they're bringing to the surface of our own being. So just more levels of consciousness showing up and showing you all of the magnificent energy that resides in each of us. So finally, I'd like to add, maybe those who appear to be broken in some ways on the surface via the consciousness of anxiety or depression or despair, from another perspective, maybe these are souls whose calling to remembrance is greater. The ones being prodded harder to ensure that they look deeper to see what's right there inside. And perhaps maybe our losses, our downfalls, our tears are all just acts of purification, and that no step is a backward step, and that you're only ever being guided home, one great step at a time. And so another translation of that beautiful verse, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, verse 30. And when he sees me in all and sees all in me, then I never leave him and he never leaves me. And he who in this oneness of love loves me in whatever he sees, whatever this man may live, wherever this man may live, in truth, he lives in me. And so, our chant that I've chosen is from the Katha Upanishads. It's 2.3.12 from the Katha Upanishads. The translation of it is, first accept that the self exists, and accept that it can be known. Then its real nature is open to experience. And I appreciate that this is a tough one. The Sanskrit pronunciation is tough. So bearing that in mind, let's do that in the form of call and response. And how I'll do it is I will initially repeat, I'll chant one line and get you to repeat it, and then I'll chant that one again and then repeat it. And then we'll go into the second line and we'll do that second line twice in the form of call and response, and then so on. And then we'll just chant it one time in call and response. So again, find your nice tall seat. And we'll do it relatively slowly. Naiva vachana manasa, naiva vachana manasa, naiva vachana manasa, naiva vachana manasa, praptum sakshona chakshusa. Praptum shakyona chakshusa. Praptum shakyona chakshusa. Praptum shakyona chakshusa. Asatiti bruvatan yatra. Asatiti bruvatan yatra. Asatiti bruvatan yatra. Asatiti bruvatan yatra. Katam tadupalapyate. Katam tadupalapyate. Katam tadupalapyate. Katam tadupalapyate. Naiva vachana manasa. Naiva vachana manasa. Praptum shakyona chakshusa. Praptum shakyona chakshusa. Asatiti bruvatan yatra. Asatiti bruvatan yatra. Katam tadupalapyate. Katam tadupalapyate. Together on. First, accept that the self exists and accept that it can be known, that its real nature is open to experience. Okay, so let us put on our playlist. Press start. And then find your way onto your back this time. And so draw your right knee in towards your chest, clasp over the shin. Inhale the breath. And then exhale, slide your left leg away. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. And exhale, 3. Hello, Jai Bear. Bend your left knee, imprint your lower back, and then extend your left leg up towards the sky. So flex both feet. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Good. Inhale. This time, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift that leg up. If that's too much, then you can bend that knee, make it a little bit easier, and keep the back imprinted if there's any issues with your back. Good. Lower the leg. Exhale. And inhale, lift. Exhale. And inhale, lift. 2 more breaths. Exhale. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, lower the heel to just above the mat. Lift the head and shoulders and reach the arms forward. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Flex both feet. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Hug both knees in. And place your left foot down. Your right foot down. Draw your left knee in towards the chest, clasp over the shin. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Slide the leg away. And again, flex both feet. Look at opening that right hip flexor. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Make sure both shoulders are relaxed. Exhale, 2. Inhale. And exhale, 3. Good. Bend the knee in, imprint your back into the mat and lift the right leg up. So flex both feet. Again, keep both feet in that dorsiflexion. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. And exhale, 3. So don't forget, you can bend the knee here as you lower, which will make it easier to sustain the back pressing into the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, 2. Inhale, lift. Exhale, 3. Inhale, lift. Exhale, 4. Inhale, lift. Exhale, 5. Keep that heel just above the mat, whether it's bent or it's straight. Lift the head and shoulders, reach the arms. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Gently rock the knees from side to side. Place the feet on the mat, open the arms out to the side and allow the knees to drop to the left. Rotate the gaze to the right. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Switch sides. Lower the knees to the right. Rotate the gaze towards the left. Exhale, 1. Exhale, 2. Exhale, 3. Come back in. Bring the knees in towards the chest. If there's any issues with the lower back whatsoever, then roll to your side and push yourself up. Otherwise, rock yourself up to seated. Find your way onto hands and knees. Start with the hands directly underneath the shoulders and the knees directly underneath the hips. Then take the hands a palm higher up your mat. Press into the base knuckles where your fingers meet your hands
and then get a rebound of gravity to elevate the sitting bones up towards the sky. You see, it doesn't matter how much bend I have in my knees. What I'm looking for is that lovely long line. Bring your ears in alignment with your upper arms. Thread the inside thighs into the midline and back. And imagine you have a band wrapped around your lower legs. Press outwardly into that band as you're threading the inner thighs into the midline and back. Very slowly walk your feet all the way forward to the front of the mat. Big toes together, heels slightly apart, so that the outside edges of your feet are parallel with the outside edges of your mat. Allow the crown of the head to descend. Tailbone ascending in Uttanasana, in forward folding pose. And then vertebra by vertebra, begin to roll all the way up through the spine to stand. Into Tadasana, into a mountain pose. And let's start with the hands, with the palms faced open, in an anatomical position that is Samastitihi, equals standing pose. Tailbone, pubic bone drawing down. Activate the four corners of your feet and imagine you are elevated via the back of the crown via a piece of string, also to the sternum. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, sweep the arms to the outside and up and elevate the gaze up to the thumbs. On the exhalation, open the arms out, tip at the hips and find Uttanasana again, forward folding pose. Inhale, place the hands on shins, lengthen the spine. Place the hands to frame the feet, step back right and left leg into downward facing dog pose. Refine that position. Inhale, come through to plank position. Bring the knees to the floor the first time and let's roll down. Plant the feet actively, the thighs actively, glue the elbows into the side body, keep the rib cage on the mat, lift the chest. Upper thoracic extension is our Bhujangasana, our low cobra pose. Pass the butt to the heels. Spread fingers again. Press into the base knuckles and claw your fingertips, your thumb tips into the earth. Good. Gather your forearms towards one another energetically. And then imagine you have a band wrapped around your upper arms and you're pressing outwardly into that band. Similarly, again, the inside thighs roll into the midline and back. Lower legs press outwardly into the band and I lift Mula Bandha, lift my pelvic floor. Bend knees to spring, right foot forward, left foot forward. Find Uttanasana, forward folding pose. Inhale, sweep arms outside and up. Palms come up to touch. Exhale, drop thumbs to the third eye sternum, hands to Samastitihi. Inhale, sweep the arms again, gaze up. Exhale, tip at the hips. Find your way to Uttanasana, forward folding pose. Inhale, plant hands to shins or keep the fingertips to the floor if you can find that length. Step back left and right leg this time, downward dog. On the inhalation, come forward to plank position. You've got the option to bring the knees to the floor and roll down, or this time you could get tight, glue the elbows, Chaturanga Dandasana. This time on the inhalation, let's rise up to high cobra. So I'm going to keep my navel on the floor, keep my feet and thighs active, press the sternum forward right through the gateway of the arms. Back of the neck is nice and long. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog pose. Exhale, 1. Claw your fingertips and thumb tips. Feel that shoulder girdle and upper back activation. Exhale, 2. Lift the pelvic floor and also begin to think about Uddiyana Bandha, flying up lock. Exhale, 3. We're sucking the belly up and underneath the ribs. Exhale, 4. Bend the knees to spring. Take left foot forward first. And then right foot forward, exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Take the weight into the balls of the feet, but keep the heels anchored. Sweep arms to the outside and up. Palms come all the way up to touch. Exhale, drop those thumbs to the third eye sternum. This time, scoop the fingertips all the way down and draw the arms alongside your ears. Rise all the way up to stand. Imagine a large cotton reel behind you that you're lifting up and over. On the exhalation, keep arms alongside the ears. Catch hands to a fist. Lift the shoulder heads. Allow the arms to drape. If they'll go there, watch the elbows. Check there's no hypermobility at the elbows. Right leg goes back, inhale. Exhale, find Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Inhale, come forward. Remember, you've got the option to bring the knees to the floor or not. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, find your way to upward dog if you're ready for it. And then exhale, flip the toes to find Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog pose. On the second plank position, really pull the pubic bone up towards the sternum. Feel that core connection. Bring knees, chest and chin down to the mat. Lower the pelvis down. And again, let's re-find that upper thoracic. Keep the ribs on the mat. Broaden the collarbones. Keep a check on the neck. Pass the butt to the heels. And then find your way into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog pose. Step right foot forward. And then left foot comes forward. Take Uttanasana, crown of the head descending. Palms of the hands come together. Draw arms alongside the ears. Rise all the way up to stand. Send the tailbone down and lift up and over that large cotton reel. Keep the arms alongside the ears and catch hands to a fist. With the weird finger on the top, lift the shoulder heads. Allow the arms to drape. Bring hands to frame your feet. Step left foot back. Inhale. Press into the base knuckles. Find Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, knees to floor or not. Find your way to upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog pose. Inhale, come through a second time. Take knees, chest and chin. Ashtanga Namaskar. Lower the pelvis. Keep the navel on the mat and rise higher. Sternum forward. Really feeling that into the midsection of the back. Pass the butt to the heels. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Good, left foot forward, inhale. Right foot forward, exhale, Uttanasana. Take the weight into the balls of your feet. Crown of head descending. Palms of hands come together. Draw the arms alongside the ears. Tailbone down. Lift up and over that large cotton reel. Dive all the way forward. Catch hands to a fist. Lift the shoulder heads up. Allow the arms to drape if they'll go there. Watch the elbows. Take right leg back. Inhale. Left foot back. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, find your plank. Knees to the floor or not. Go all the way down or only halfway. Find your way to upward dog or cobra. And then exhale, downward dog. Inhale, come through to plank position. Exhale, knees, chest and chin to floor. Ashtanga Namaskar. Lower your pelvis. Good. This time, let's come a little bit higher. Charge the legs. Pass the butt to the heels. Find Adho Mukha Svanasana. Good. Left foot forward. Inhale. And exhale. Come forward. Right foot. Fold over the top. Crown of the head descends. Palms of hands come together. Draw the arms alongside the ears. Rise all the way up. And lift up to arch back. Exhale. Draw the thumbs to the third eye sternum. Bring the hands then down to Samastitihi, equal standing pose. On the inhalation, Surya B, scoop the fingertips the ears. Either keep the gaze ahead and down, little fingers turned in, or bring palms of hands together and gaze up. Draw the belly in. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward folding pose. On the inhalation, plant the hands on the shins. Plant hands down, your choice whether you jump or step the feet back into lowering yourself to the mat. Find your way to upward dog. And then exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Spring your right foot forward. Drop the back heel in. On the middle line of the mat, front knee and ankle stack. Rise to Virabhadrasana 1. Good, bring the hands to frame your feet. Take a vinyasa or go straight to downward dog. Up to you. Left foot forward. Inner arch of foot middle line, back heel middle line. Front knee and ankle stack. Exhale. Chaturanga or go straight to downward dog. Up to you. Good. Spring your right foot forward. Inner arch of foot middle line, back heel middle line. Front knee and ankle stack. Rise all the way up into Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1 pose. And drop that back heel into the mat. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Keep that front knee and ankle stacking. Exhale 5. Take a vinyasa or go straight to downward dog if you'd prefer. Left foot forward. Back heel 45 or a little bit wider if necessary. Heel on the middle line, front knee and ankle stack. Rise up. Exhale 1. Good. Press into the outside edge of that back foot. Get a rebound of gravity that goes up to these fingertips. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Vinyasa through. Or go straight to downward dog, your choice. And we're pausing here, breathe, inhale. Exhale 1. Exhale 2. Think Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha, pelvic floor and suck belly underneath the ribs. Rise to balls of feet, bend knees to spring, look forward, step or hop. Inhale, find a flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold down, Uttanasana. Inhale, sit Utkatasana, fierce pose, chair pose. And then stand tall into Tadasana, into mountain pose. Good. Inhale, sit Utkatasana, fierce pose. Bring palms of hands together and gaze up if it's accessible. If that's not, keep the hands wide apart. Keep the gaze directly ahead. See if you can sink a little bit deeper. Let's get deep into this dorsiflexion of the ankles. Good. Again, tip at the hips. Fold all the way down. Fold down into Uttanasana. Inhale, plant hands on the shins. Jump or step the feet back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog pose. Find Virabhadrasana 1, inner arch of foot middle line, back heel to middle line. Front knee and ankle stack. rise to Virabhadrasana 1. On the exhalation, opening out into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2 pose. Inhale, pull up this front thigh to a straight leg. Draw the head of the femur bone into the hip socket. Reach the underside arm forward, hand to shin, left hand to sky. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale, press into the right big toe joint. Exhale 3. Lift the underside ribs to the top side ribs. Exhale 4. Inhale. Anchor the feet. Exhale 5. Lift the torso up. Refind your way into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2 pose. So the front knee and ankle is stacked. Crown of the head is directly above the tailbone. Hand and hand are the same height. Press into the outside edge of that back foot. Charge that back leg. Roll this inside thigh in and back into the midline and back. 2 more breaths. Shoulders away from the ears. Soften the front ribs. Draw the tailbone down. Straighten out your front leg temporarily and then rebend and place your right hand to high, medium, or to low brick. Whole hand hasta bandha, and then get a lovely long line, reaches all the way up towards the fingertips. Elevate the dristi if it will go there. Exhale 1. Keep this front knee and ankle stacked. However, just feel yourself pulling your right sitting bone back towards your left heel. Exhale 2. Underside ribs again, I rotate. Exhale 3. Press into the outside edge of the foot. Get that rebound again. Exhale 4. Exhale 5. Good. Bring your left hand down. Bring that left and right hand onto high bricks. Heel toe your right foot about 2 inches from the middle line of the mat. Bring your left foot in a natural step and take that about 2 inches from the left side middle of your mat. Then just shift the weight into the front foot and the back foot. You'll notice your right hip elevates, then your left hip elevates. We want equal amount of weight into both feet and for all 4 corners of both feet to stay remaining anchored. If I need to, I can bend my front knee a little bit. That may give me the ability to not move my pelvis, but to be able to come down onto middle bricks and enhance the intensity of that stretch in my hamstring. For some of you, you may be able to even lower it down to flat bricks or to no bricks at all and allow the crown of head to go down towards your front foot. In the meantime, we're not wanting to shift the weight forward because that's what will happen to alleviate your hamstring. Don't let that happen. If anything, you might need a little bit more bend in that front knee. Ideally, though, the bricks are better. And then giving you an option to take the hands to the outside, interlace the hands around the back of the thigh. Now check that you've got equal weight in the front foot and the back foot so that the pelvis is remaining level. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Remove the bricks. Take a vinyasa or go straight back to downward facing dog pose and rest there. You could take a child pose anytime you wish. Good. And if you're ready to come with me again, spring left foot forward. Back heel, middle line, front knee and ankle stack. Draw the arms up through the midline, inhale. Open the arms out to shoulder height. Exhale. There are 2. On the inhalation, draw up that front thigh to a straight leg and then rebend that front knee, finding a brick. Oh, sorry, what am I doing? Pull up that front thigh and then tip at the hips. Take the left hand to the shin and the right hand towards the sky. We nearly missed out. Trikonasana, triangle pose. So roll your right inside thigh in toward the midline and thread it back down that center line of your mat. Press into the outside edge of that back foot, also at the same time. Roll the underside ribs to the top side ribs and gaze to the thumb if that's accessible. 2 more breaths. Press the top ribs down to lengthen the underside ribs. Left big toe joint anchored down. On the inhalation, lift the torso up. Exhale, rebend that front knee. Stack the ankle. Front knee and ankle is stacked. Crown of the head directly above the tailbone. Hand in hand, same height. Roll this right inside thigh into the midline. So you'll see your right thigh just drop down and in. This is correct. Feel that inside thigh thread towards the back of the mat and then actively press into the outside edge of that back foot. So you've an inner and outer spiral of that back foot. Gather the heels energetically. Exhale, 4. Shoulders are away from the ears. Exhale, 5. Inhale, straighten out your front leg temporarily. And then rebend. Now we can go here. Place whole hand, hasta bandha on your brick. You can bring it back if you need to. Medium side if you need. Or low side, whole hand. Lovely long line from the outside edge of your right foot all the way up towards your fingertips. Exhale, 1. Draw your left sitting bone back towards your right heel. Exhale, 2. Inhale, open the ribs. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. And exhale, 5. Bring both bricks in onto their high side initially. Heel toe your left foot about 2 inches from the middle of the left of your mat. And then right foot comes up about 2 inches from the right side middle of your mat. Make sure that all 4 corners of both feet anchor. Now, if they don't, you can always turn this right foot out a little bit, and that might assist you if it's ankle mobility. Take the weight forward and back. Check that we've got an equal weight into both feet. Stay with a lovely long spine. It may assist you to have a slight bend in your front knee to start lowering yourself if that's where you want to go. But it's not a competition to come down onto the bricks. If you're on your high bricks and you're getting a good hamstring stretch, it's just as good as if you're folding down over the top with no bricks at all, getting a hamstring stretch. We're all still working at the same level. Good. If you've got an option to take the hands around and create the balance aspect of this pose, then catch the hands behind that right thigh. Press that right thigh into your hands and fold the crown of the head down. Exhale, 1. Make sure both 4 corners of feet are anchored. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Back of the neck is nice and long. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Take a vinyasa or go straight to downward facing dog pose. Good. On the next inhalation, come forward into plank position. Take your right hand a palm higher and roll to the outside edge of your right foot. Good. You've got the option to make it a little bit easier and take your left foot back on the ball of your foot. Or if you want to increase the intensity, ankles stack or foot comes up onto the inside thigh. Remember, I've got the option to bend that right knee, take a 2-finger bind, and then push into that right foot to get a rebound of gravity to gaze upward. Good. Change sides. Roll to the outside edge of your left foot. Remember, stack the ankles or take the right foot behind on the ball of your foot. Stack the ankles. Place the foot on the inner thigh or bend your left knee to get that left foot grounded. Take a 2-finger bind, push into that left foot, get a rebound of gravity to get that right leg elevated up. Take a vinyasa or go straight to downward dog. In downward dog, exhale 1. Exhale 4. Exhale 5. Bend the knees to spring. Look forward, step or hop. Inhale, take a flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, fold down, Uttanasana. Weight into the balls of your feet. Sit into Utkatasana, into fierce pose. Arms alongside the ears, turn the little fingers in. Stand tall into Tadasana. Thumbs to the third eye sternum. Hands down to Samastitihi. Good. So ground your right foot down and draw your left knee in towards your chest. Clasp underneath your thigh. Lift your sternum up. Exhale, flex your left foot. Inhale, point and bend. Exhale, flex and extend. Inhale, point and bend. Exhale, flex and extend. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale, bend both knees. Tip at the hips and shoot your arms all the way back towards the feet. The crown of the head comes forward. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Spread your left toes. Exhale, 2. Exhale, 3. Yogi's choice. Bring the bricks to the floor or the hands down to the floor. Catch hold of your right ankle if that's accessible and lower the crown of the head and lift the left toes up. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Rotate your inner thigh in and up. Exhale, 3. Exhale, 4. And exhale, 5. Drop your left knee and bring your left knee behind your right ankle. Come to a seated spinal twist position. Make sure when you're prepping for your seated twist that both of your sit bones are actively pressing down into the mat. If they're not, we can extend this bottom leg, remember. Pull the toes right up towards you. Lift your left arm all the way up alongside your ear. And bring your left elbow down and over the top. Try to squeeze that knee. If that's not accessible, Just draw that leg in towards you and hug the leg in. Try to sweep your abdomen towards the right side of that leg. Place the right hand behind you. Push down into Hasta Bandha, whole hand, and get a rebound of gravity that lengthens all the way up through to the crown of your head. Rotate all the way around, and even if it's available to you, look over your right shoulder. Exhale, 1. Can you press all 4 corners of your right foot down, outside edge of your left foot down, or if your left foot is extended, left leg is extended, then pull your left toes towards you so the heel is actively off the floor, calf is down. Exhale, 5. Take a counter stretch by rotating in the other direction. Come back to the center. Bring the inner edges of your feet together and have all 4 corners of your feet onto the mat. Remember, I give you the option of using the bricks, if you need to, underneath your bottom. And we lean forward and back, get a little bit of momentum that's needed in order to bring ourselves up. Push down in the feet, lift all the way up. Good. Press down into the left foot and bring your right knee up towards your chest, clasp under the shin. Inhale, lift the sternum. Exhale, drop the shoulders. Exhale, flex and extend. Inhale, point and bend. Exhale, flex and extend. Inhale, point and bend. Exhale, flex and extend. Inhale, point and bend. Good. This time, flex and extend and stay. Reach the arms up. Exhale, 1. Keep the shoulders drawn away from the ears. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Bend both knees. Tip at the hips. Shoot the crown of the head forward towards the top of your mat. The back toes towards the back of the mat, all of them pointing down. Reach the fingertips back. Exhale, 1. Roll your right inner thigh in and up. Exhale, 2. Exhale, 3. Bring the hands on bricks or on floor and elevate the right leg up towards the sky. If it's accessible to you, catch your left hand around your ankle and draw yourself close. Lift the right leg up from that rebound of gravity and spread your toes. Exhale, 1. Lift that right inside thigh in and up. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring that right knee behind. Come to sit in preparation for Ardha Matsyendrasana, half spinal twist, Lord of the Fishes. Ground the sit bones down if you can't. Extend the bottom leg out. Press down in all 4 corners of the left foot and the outside edge of the right foot or the calf of that right leg. Lift the sternum. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, drop the right elbow down and across over the top of that left knee. If that's not accessible, remember we just wrap and draw the belly to the left side of that leg. Place the left hand down. Use Hasta Bandha to be able to lengthen you all the way through your spine and then begin to rotate from the navel space. Spin the gaze if that's accessible. Exhale, 1. And then ground down in everything possible to get a greater organic expression. Exhale, 2. Broaden your collarbones. Take a counter stretch. Good, come to the center, bend both knees again. Inner arches, touching. Make sure that all four corners of your feet are active into the mat. Get some momentum. Swinging forward and back. If you need the blocks underneath your bottom, then you can do. Think about engagement. Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Good, then push to lift. Stay in the center of your mat. So come to the center of the mat if you're not already. And then press the thumbs to the sternum. Rise all the way up onto the balls of your feet. Good. Bend the knees. Lower yourself all the way down. Good. If you can here, you're going to reach your arms forward and aim to press your heels down. So you may need to widen your knees so that you can anchor the four corners of your feet down on the floor. Then rise all the way up again onto the balls of your feet. And then rise all the way up to stand. So if you're unsure and you found that difficult, then let's try folding your mat in a few times to create a little bit of padding. So I might want to do that, say 4 times, 3, 4. So I've got a bit of a ridge there where my heels can come onto. So I'm just with my balls of the feet just ahead of that ridge. I'm rising all the way up onto the balls of the feet first. Then lowering myself all the way down. Back to the heels. Then when I lower my heels down, they've not got so far to go to get that connection fully with the earth. Then I come up onto my balls of feet again and then rise all the way up to stand. And then lower the heels down. Sternum, third eye, hands to Samastitihi. Once again, let's rise all the way up onto the balls of the feet. Good. Bend the knees. Stay on the balls of the feet. Get all the way down to that full range of movement, but to the heels. Then we look to lower the feet. May need to widen the knees a little bit. Reach the arms forward to counter stretch. If you don't need the arms to go all the way forward, they could come up in alignment with the ears. Good. Then come all the way up onto the balls of your feet again. Rise all the way up. Lower the heels down. Hands to Samastitihi. We're going to do 2 more rounds. So maybe you roll out 1. Try it again. Rise to the balls of the feet. Draw the arms alongside the ears. Stay on the balls of the feet. Whoops. And then bend your knees to come down. Then lower the feet. Allow the feet to completely touch. Maybe the arms can come all the way up and alongside the ears or not, just reaching forward if not. Arms shoulder height. Rise up onto the balls of the feet, bring the thumbs into the sternum again, and then rise all the way up to stand. Whoop-a-da-da. Then lower the heels down, lower the thumbs to the third eye sternum, hands to Samastitihi. One more time. So maybe open it out again. So you just keep challenging yourself with these 5 rounds. So rise all the way up onto the balls of your feet. Inhale. Scissor the inner thighs to the midline. Bend the knees, staying on the balls of your feet. Obviously, this is a lot easier if you're not standing on a rug, as I am. And then lower the feet fully. Maybe the arms go forward. Maybe the arms can go all the way alongside your ears and reach up. Arms come forward again. Rise up onto the balls of your feet. And then again, see if you can flip. Bring your feet a little bit wider apart and then lower both feet. Try and keep the feet relatively neutral. See if the arms will come alongside the ears. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Exhale, 4. Exhale, 5. Woo, lower it down. And extend the legs down. Good. Have the feet hip distance apart and the legs nice and long out in front of you. Bring the hands alongside you with the heels of the hands in alignment with the back of your body. We're just going to open up those hip flexors a little bit. So we're coming forward. Knees stack over the ankles, as you can see. Lift the hips up. And if it feels okay for you to do so, you can let your head go. It's up to you. Lower it back down. Inhale, 2. Exhale, 2. Inhale, 3. Exhale, 3. Inhale, 4. Exhale, 4. Inhale, 5. Stay here. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Lift the hips higher. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good, release. And what you might find useful is to counter stretch the wrists by bringing them into flexion and turn the hands fully over, press into the tops of the hands. Neath the moon. Good. Give the wrists a little break. Good, and I want you to bring your right brick to the side. Bring your ankles together, actually, and bring your right brick to the side of you. Need to know. And then bring your left knee in towards your chest. Clasp around your shin so that you're sitting really nice and tall and remaining nice and tall. So we're going to flip this right foot up and over, up and over. Here we go. Up and over, up and over. 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh la. Good, then reach your left arm all the way up and alongside your ear and take your left arm forward. If it's accessible to you, reach your left hand back, and maybe it's just taking the right hand back to meet it, or maybe there's an ability for you to take a bind of the hands. Keep the right toes lifted, Marichyasana A. right toes drawing towards you, and lengthen the spine. That left sit bone will be off of the floor. Don't worry about that, but think about the other areas that are anchored. So your left foot, push it more. Right calf, right thigh, anchor that more in order to get that lengthening, that organic expression of length through the spine. 2 more breaths. Nice. Well done. Open that left leg out. Bring the sole of the foot to the right inside thigh, or take the left heel to the left side of the pubic bone. And again, left arm up. Exhale, hinge forward. See if you can either pop a strap around your foot and hinge forward, or catch hold of the foot, either with both hands, or I quite like to use my right hand out to the right side. Sometimes feels quite nice. Press actively into your left side seat, and you should notice a lovely stretch down the left side of your quadratus lumborum, left side lumbar spine. Exhale 3, inhale. So remember, this is called Janushirasana, which translates as head beyond the knee. So if you find that you're doing this and you're really bowing the crown of the head down towards the knee, then bend your knee and then try and gain more extension, more length, more axial extension of the spine so that your head is beyond your knee. Come up. Changing sides. Bring your right leg in towards you, and then take this left brick to the outside edge of that left foot. Hold that shin so you can lift your sternum, lift up and over. 2, 3, 4. Last one. Good. Draw your right arm up alongside your ear, hinge forward, sweep the right hand behind, and it can just be the left arm behind as well, or maybe you're able to catch the bind. And think about all of the contact points the body now makes with the earth. So the 4 corners of your right foot, that left back of thigh, left calf, left heel, or maybe because you're pushing actively into the calf, the left heel lifts. And I lengthen, axial, trying to maintain axial extension of the spine as you hinge forward. Exhale 4. Exhale 5. Nice work. Bring that right foot onto the inside of your left thigh, or take the right heel to the right side of the perineum. On the inhalation, lift right arm up. Begin to hinge forward, and maybe it's accessible to catch a bind around the foot, or maybe you need a strap. Lengthen the spine, and on the exhalation, fold all the way forward. Might want to use this hand or catch both hands around. Exhale 1. Remember, head beyond the knee, so if it's not, a micro bend on that left knee perhaps. Press into the right part of your seat and feel that opening up around the right side of your lower spine. Nice. Good. So coming into our destination pose, we hopefully should be able to access that a little bit more deeply now. And you might want to, again, roll your mat in to how we had it before. If you can't quite anchor your foot so that it's flat on the floor. Let's start with the right leg. So we want the right foot to be flat and for us to sit on that heel, wrap the arms around in front and catch hold of the outside edge of the foot. Again, if it's not accessible, you can use a strap. Then we're lifting that leg off of the floor and pressing the sternum forward towards the toes. Exhale, 1. Draw the shoulders down and away from the ears. Exhale, 2. Inhale, spread your toes. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Release. Nice work. Change sides. So obviously we've all got one side better than the other. As you know, my left ankle is maybe not so great. So we'll see. I might need some assistance here, but I'm looking to come up and then find my way to catch hold of both sides. Once I do so, then I'm pressing my heart forward, drawing my shoulders down and away from my ears. Exhale, 2. Spread your toes. Exhale, 3. Exhale, 4. Exhale, 5. See, smashing your ankle into smithereens is no excuse. Good work, everyone. Okay, so then let's come down and lie back. Find our way into a bridge pose. So imprint the back and begin to roll all the way up. Tuck the shoulders under. And it might be nice to bend the elbows so that you can really press your triceps and make the triceps part of the seat that enables you to dig deep into to get that rebound, which is moving into our extension of the spine. Exhale, 1. Opening up of the hip flexors. Exhale, 2. Exhale, 3. Good, and then release. Roll down through the spine. Keep the feet hip distance apart. Yogi's choice. You can either continue with that and do another round of your bridge pose. You might want to even try interlacing the hands underneath and pressing down through the outside edges of your wrists. For me, because I have hypermobility in my elbows, I know that that's not a good one for me. So if you're the same with hypermobility, I would maybe say just do that instead. Otherwise, if you have Urdhva Dhanurasana in your practice, elbows squeeze in and back. Let's roll all the way up and then push. Exhale, 1. Exhale, 2. Exhale, 3. Exhale, 4. Exhale, 5. Release. Take 2 breaths. Wrist, move your wrist if you need. Second round, Urdhva Dhanurasana, or go back to bridge pose. Remember, every time you can go back to bridge if you really feel you need. Exhale, 1. Keep the ears in alignment with the upper arms. Exhale, 2. Exhale, 5. Circle the wrist, shake the wrist. We've got one more. So either bridge pose again, or this final round of Urdhva Dhanurasana. Imagine you're screwing the tops onto jam jars with your hands, elbows squeeze in and back, begin to roll and then pop up. It's so amazing. Good release. When you come down this time again, circle the wrists, shake the wrists, bring the knees in towards the chest, hug the knees in, gently rock the knees from side to side. Open the arms out and allow the knees to drop to the left, turn the head to the right. Good in the other side. Rock the knees. Come back to the center and pop a brick underneath your sacrum. We're going to elevate those legs all the way up. For waterfall as an option. If you're coming into shoulder stand, then we rock ourselves up, tuck the back shoulders in, elbows in, and extend the legs all the way up. Spread your toes. 9 breaths, exhale 2. Good to exit. Bend the knees towards the brow, straighten the legs as you roll down to get that counter release. Slide the legs along the mat, lift the chest up, cup the hands around your bottom, drop the elbows directly underneath the shoulders, lift the sternum, release the head, exhale 1. Lift the back heart into the front heart. And then release. Allow the feet to fall out to the sides of the body and the palms to fall upward. And if you have the recording on the playlist on, then go right to the bottom to the final track on that playlist we played. And yes, find your way into Shavasana. There's a passage by Henny Flynn. We are as Russian dolls, layer upon layer of painted carapace, shielding our beating hearts. With each release, we reveal ourselves more fully. But go gently in these tender times of change. Each skin you shed leaves you a little raw. It's okay to take time to stretch and learn, to feel how this fresh layer fits, until you're ready to go a little deeper. And once more you brave the prizing apart of your prism, revealing the glinting truth beneath. For at your core are tiny dancing motes of light, energetic crystal shards of the stars that we all once were. And so you may like to take a further 5 minutes in Shavasana. If you feel called to do that, please do so. Or find your way up to an easy seat for meditation. That can be on a chair if you wish. Slowly and gently. And again, we may want to start to lower the music, turn the music off. And if we're in a seated position, we might like to take a mudra, either tips of the thumbs and the forefingers touching. Hands turned up or down is of your own preference. Or maybe one hand sitting on top of the other.
with the tips of the thumbs touching feels a good seat and a good mudra, hand gesture. And make sure that you're really actively in your sit bones to try and sit back into them and lengthen your spine. And then just draw the back of the neck nice and long. Broaden the collarbones. And turn your attention to prana, the life force, the energy that you might notice in the form of a buzzing sensation in your body. You could turn the attention to the sound, the white noise in the ears, and keep one focus point. This is your dharana, your single-pointed focus. You may effortlessly slip into dhyana, into meditation. And if the mind wanders, then it may not be instant that you recognize it. The mind may be off with thought and thought and thought. But as soon as it does, as soon as consciousness witnesses what's happened, bring the mind back to that one point again. And then very slowly bring the awareness back into the room. For those of you still in Shavasana, take a stretch. And if you're in a lying position, find your way onto your side and just lie there for a moment. And very slowly find your way up to a seated position. And let's seal our practice then with one round call and response of our mantra. Again, I'll chant it relatively slowly so that we can hopefully get our mouth around the Sanskrit. And don't worry if you're not getting it straight away. Naiva vachana manasa, naiva vachana manasa, praptum shakyo na chakshusa, praptum shakyo na chakshusa, asatiti bruvaton yatra, asatiti bruvaton yatra, katum tadupalatyate, katum tadupalapyate. Together 3 rounds of the mantra Om. Inhale. First, accept that the self exists and accept that it can be known. Then its real nature is open to experience. Om Namah Shivaya. Live in love, live in truth, live in peace. May yoga always bring you home. Om Shanti. Thank you for practicing with me.